I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Thursday, July the 21st, brought to you in part by Pike Feeds. Pike Feeds strives to work around the needs of each individual operation. Serving all of Missouri and Illinois, it's a do-all meal, including premixes, balancers, minerals, grain mixes, and supplements, including all natural options. Choose Pike Feeds. Your cow market has tanked. It's confirmed now. We saw a few cow sales, I'm talking way up cows, early in the week that were sharply lower, and we thought, well, that may be just a stick out deal because our cow market has been really resilient and impressively good all through the spring and the early summer. But the sheer numbers of cows moving in the drought areas of Texas and now moving up into Oklahoma, which is starting to get really dry in Oklahoma now, and they've got a lot of cows. Even southwest Missouri, parts of Arkansas getting really dry too, moving a lot of cows, and it has killed our cow market. Look at some of our cow sales. Joplin Regional Stockyards cow sale on Wednesday, $4 to $7 lower. Bulls were $8 to $12 lower. Earlier in the week at Springfield Livestock Marketing Center, over 1,000 head of cows at their sale, $13 to $16 lower on a cow market from just the previous week. Wow. Oklahoma National Stockyards in Oklahoma City called their cows $10 to $13 lower and had no 80-cent cows at all in their way up cow market. Now, it's been a long time since we've seen that. Dodge City, Kansas, $9 to $10 lower on Wednesday. Only a few high dressing cows reached 80 cents, but I mean really taking a hunk out of this cow market, and that is a lot for the producer there on a salvage value on an out cow there. But I tell you what, you're moving so many cows through there, and it finally takes a toll, and it absolutely has. And those long trailer lines, a lot of those had cows in them. A lot of them went to slaughter because even if they had a bred cow, there's not anybody at those sales that's got anything for them to eat, so they're not going to be able to outbid your packer cow buyers there. So just really tough. A lot of areas are starting to get dry in this extreme heat that we've had, this heat dome that's been sitting over the plains here for the last week or 10 days and looking to maybe do it for another week or 10 days. And it's just taking a toll. I mean, there's places, western Nebraska is getting really dry in spots. Many spots in Kansas starting to get dry too. But I tell you what, out in Nebraska, it's starting to scare us because they grow a lot of corn. But the further east you get in the corn belt, the better it gets. And we just hope that Indiana, Ohio, and Illinois are enough to clean up what western Nebraska is not able to grow there. But pretty tough there on your cow market here this week, and we feel sorry for those guys that didn't take advantage. But the writing was on the wall when they're moving that much stock, down in the central Texas areas, that you probably needed to be getting rid of those cows before. Talk about a big video sale that's still just finishing up this week, but another one of our big summertime videos was hot this week, and I gave you a yearling quote on our last visit. I'm going to give you a big calf quote out of Northern Livestock Video, based up in Billings, Montana there. Man, they had a great sale up there, and I told you about an impressive quote and how they sold the yearlings. I'm going to give you a big calf quote. How about 240 steers from Centennial? These were steer calves, Angus Link verified, which is starting to get more popularity there. That's kind of a new program, but you don't see it a whole lot, but it is starting to gain some traction there with Angus Link. These were all natural, NHTC, Gap 1, which is all a big deal, but not nearly as hard to achieve on a ball and calf as it is on a long yearling, guys. But 240 ranch raised 525-pound steers from Centennial in Grant, Montana, way out west there for mid-October delivery. 525 pounds, $243.50. Wow. And I looked all over that contract and I did not see anything about weaned on there. So it's going to be ball and calves coming to you. You know, they get by with that on those video sales in the summertime. You know, those calves look so beautiful out there grazing alongside their mothers, but may not quite be so pretty in a muddy lot walking the fence balling in late October there with a runny nose. Well, let's talk about your board on Wednesday. August live cattle futures up 2 cents at 135.75. October up 22 cents at 141.32. Your back months on live cattle were down 32 cents to up 20, but really a nothing burger on your live cattle pits on Wednesday. Feeder cattle, August contract down 92 cents, about half what it was up on Tuesday, but settling at 177.82. September down 82 cents at 180.97. Your back months on feeder cattle futures down 50 cents to down $1.02. Your grains are also down for the most part. Corn was down 5 1/4 cents a bushel on December new crop, settling at 5.90 through regular trading there. Soybeans, November new crop down 26 cents at 13.32 1/4. Kansas City hard red winter wheat for September up 1 1/4 cents at 8.70 1/2 on the settlement there. Fat cattle trade continued to progress, had big movement in Nebraska on Tuesday. Your prices are lower, a good $2 lower, maybe 3 in some spots, and about the same on your dress sales there. But Iowa had confirmed sales at just 2,400, only 3,100 so far this week out of Iowa. Live sales from 140 to 143, dress sales 225 to 230. Nebraska, 14,700 head confirmed sales on Wednesday, and likely more than that after the 2 o'clock deadline to turn that into mandatory price reporting. But 17,000 so far this week. But live sales from 139 to 143, dress sales 225 to 228 is all. Kansas only had 300 head, and it was in the northern part on some really stick out fancy cattle at 139. That's not the market in the southern plains. Texas has established a market in the southern plains, steady with late last week at 136, and about 1,700 head confirmed on Wednesday in Texas, about 7,200 head so far this week. They did have 114 head sold at 133.50. Not sure what the deal was on those. Box beef cutout values were lower after hitting a new high for the summer on Tuesday. On Wednesday afternoon, they were down 204 on choice cuts at 270.53. Selects down $1.48 at 242.25. Your slaughter information up through Wednesday, 374,000 harvested, 3,000 less than last week's big week, but 23,000 more than the same week a year ago. Talk about what else is going on. Livestock Risk Services is your LRP specialist right there, guys. If you're not looking out there down the road, you can hedge or lock in your calves for over $2 a pound. You know, all the way through, over $2 a pound. It won't cost you very much. You guys are going to be backgrounding some stocker cattle this fall and this winter. You need to take a look at those strike prices out there and see what your premium will be. But just give them a call at Livestock Risk Services. Tell them what your hedging needs are, and then they'll work up a program that'll fit you. Talking about your feeder cattle market, your real-time index on DB auction late in the day on Wednesday sitting at 170.24, down $1. Now, you know, Tuesday was our first day on their RTI that was down since the 4th of July break, and then on Wednesday it's down $1. I mean, we've been getting up there pretty high, and I'm going to give you some pretty impressive quotes, but we're the bloom's off the pumpkin just a little bit, guys. And maybe not in the northern plains and not where your farmer feeders are involved, but other places it sure is. Look at your big sales on Wednesday. OKC West, El Reno, Oklahoma, 7,900 for the 2-day sale, but they had a couple thousand calves on Tuesday, so not all that many yearlings there for a place like El Reno there. But feeder steers were steady to $2 lower than the big market that they had a week ago. Feeder heifers were mostly steady, had spots of $1 to $2 higher. Calves were lower. Pee-wee calves sharply lower. We talked about that a little bit on the opening there. It's just gotten so hot. Hard to straighten out those little pee-wee calves, and a lot of them split off right at the day of the sale there, and it's just tough on them. They're not very tough yet, and I'm talking about 2 and 3 weight calves. But if you can get those, get your hands on them, get them straightened up and keep them alive, man, you've got an ace in the hole there with those little pee-wee calves. You don't always get the opportunity to buy those. But let's look at your automated market report from El Reno on the Wednesday yearling sale there. You look, 1,082 head of 7-weight steers, averaged $760 with a weighted average price on all of them of $169.54. That was about $1 higher actually. 614 head 8-weight steers averaged $860 with a weighted average price on all of them of $160.91, and that weighted average price was actually about $4 lower than last week. 620 head 9-weight steers in El Reno averaged $948, weighted average price $155.71, and that was about $4 lower than that attractive offering that they had a week ago. Heifers, 666 head of 6-weight heifers averaged $658 at $164.54, a couple bucks lower. 602 head of 7-weight heifers averaged $736 with a weighted average price on all of those 7-weight heifers at $159.80. That was about $1 lower than the weighted average from last week's good test. Winter livestock in Dodge City, Kansas. Feeders were steady to $3 higher there. Of course, they had a fairly light run in comparison with some other big high volume sales, and last week too. Calves were very uneven. Now pay attention here. Next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, July the 30th, they're going to have their big King of the Ring auctioneer contest with 8,000 head on offer. I've been asked to come be a judge for the King of the Ring contest like I was last year, to enjoy going to that special auctioneer contest there. And so looking forward to going up there. Hope to see a lot of you guys there. And then the next Wednesday, right after the King of the Ring, on August the 3rd, they've got an anniversary special and having another 6,000 green grass yearlings there in Dodge City, Kansas, all coming up here pretty quick. Also going to be heading out to a little working vacation this weekend. Thursday, I'm going to be heading out Thursday afternoon, flying to Arizona. Going to go to Prescott, Arizona. Never been out there before. Looking forward to it. Going to be the lunch speaker on Friday at the Arizona Cattle Growers Association's convention. So looking forward to that, and don't know very many people out in that part of the country. So looking forward to making some new friends out west in Arizona. And they've had some rain, which is not typical for them. So they should be in a pretty good mood. I'm hoping so anyway. But give you some individual quotes around the circuit. How about Albion, Nebraska? Albion Livestock there sold 103 head of 775-pound steers on Wednesday at $187.75. Texhoma Livestock Exchange there, Ashley Nolan, my good buddy there, he had a whale of a sale on Wednesday. Sold the Luke Freeman cattle, green grass yearlings, or I wouldn't say green grass in that area, but brown grass, dry grass yearlings, 467 head, 930-pound steers. He sold them 3 loads at a time. They bring $167.50 in Texhoma, America there. How about Hardin County Stockyards in Savannah, Tennessee? Now you might think they're way behind, but listen to this price and then put wheels under them, guys. Hardin County Stockyards, Savannah, Tennessee, 61 head, 877-pound steers, bring $168.25. You kidding me? But our Zoetis stick out sale of the day, the best auction that I saw anywhere on Wednesday, and they have a good fat cattle sale there every week too. But Stockman's Livestock in Yankton, South Dakota, My gosh, they got prices as good as we've seen all summer here. Look at this automated marker report out of Yankton. 676 head of 8-weight steers, averaged 861, with a weighted average price on all those 8-weight steers of $178.19. 801 head of 9-weight steers in Yankton, averaged 949 at $162.05 on the weighted average. And of course, our National Beef Wire top quote for the day come out of Yankton, South Dakota. 90 head, 862-pound yearling steers at $186. And that's your feeder flash for Thursday.